You gonna grab me a water too? Oh, we're live.
Hi. Yep.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Toronto.
What up?
It's getting ready for hockey season. Let's get the Maple Leafs.
Oh, I gotta get the chat pulled up on my computer.
As many videos as I make, live streams are definitely not the thing we've quite figured out yet, but we're trying. Is the water for me?
Yes, the water's for you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, outlook. Do you mind scooting in just a smidgen to yourself? Thank you. Okie dokie.
Well, we got Brian here. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian. I'm not a soda pop kind of guy. So it's the water, but it's also a soda pop.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. I got my wedding band in, so I've been wearing it. Because why not?
She's cheating.
What do you mean? How does that make me cheating?
No, you're not supposed to put it on until the day before.
I was like,
in that respect.
I was like, that does not make any sense. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I picked it out myself, so. Oh, that's right. I was going to pull this up on my little laptop.
Hey, so there's this historical house in your town you want to restore it, but people won't sell it in Preservation, Arkansas. Can't touch it. Yeah, it's a bummer. I think I've talked to you before about that house. And yeah, I mean, if you can't pressure somebody to sell it, there's not a whole lot you can do, unfortunately. I wish there was, but it's hard. I feel for you in that way.
Yes.
Hello from Colorado. Hey, how you doing? How's it going?
How you doing? Okay, there we go. I got the chat bigger on my little laptop over here. I just bought this little tiny laptop for work. And like, it was like $120. Look, you can flip it around on its tablet. So that's cool. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. So,
yeah, dozen speed here. How you doing, man? Been a minute.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh, hey, Mike from fourth generation.
Oh, howdy. How you doing?
Hopefully it's not too late and or early for you. I haven't looked into the time zones. He's in Australia, so.
Oh. I was like, I'm about to start just talking in an accent. I'll leave it be.
Hi, no power in Bartow, Florida. I'm not exactly sure where that is, but I'm sure you guys got hit. I'm not sure how you're doing this. Then it must be from the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gramophone still works. I'm not exactly sure how old it is. I don't think it's actually that old, but the spring is really well. Somebody's used it a lot, so the spring doesn't have as much tension as it used to, so it won't play a full song. So you got to keep cranking it.
10:30 a.m. Not bad. Not bad. Jan. Yeah, I got my ring at the Hellsburg outlet, if that's what you're asking about. It was in the birthday jewelry, in the birthday jewelry section, and it's all lab created. So, yep.
Kelly, I do hope everybody your way is safe, though. I know it's
yeah.
been pretty bad down there, so I hope you and yours are doing good, or as good as you can be.
Okay, Tony asked about my laptop. So yeah, it's just a little flippity floppity Lenovo. I think it's called a Lenovo Flip 3. I don't know. My coworker recommended it to me because she's like, all I need it for is for Google Sheets and, you know, basic browsing like YouTube and stuff. So it's okay for that. I used it in my mom's RV, which she uses a hotspot for internet, and it was driving me nuts. But I think it was her internet. So yeah, it seems to be working fine here. But we also have this MacBook that Caleb's had forever. That's what we're on right now. So we just had the battery replaced on this one. So that's kind of why I bought this one, is because I wasn't going to have this MacBook that we're on right now for my last visit to my mom, and I needed to work. So I bought this little dude. So this is kind of like a little backup, you know, surfing in bed kind of guy, because this MacBook's heavy. So this is pretty light.
Austin, why don't you finish the front room completely? Then you have room to show. There's one very important reason why I don't finish this room. This room's actually not terribly off from being done anyways. Yeah. But I don't feel that my skills are refined enough to be able to touch these two front rooms And in a Victorian house like this, all your money is put forward. It's so your entryways, your front parlors, your drawing rooms, things like that are the most ornate. They're also the most delicate in that respect. And so I want to make sure that I'm up to snuff, let's say, with my skills to be able to tackle this room. So these rooms go last. That's why you see me work a lot on the back of the house, because I'm learning in the back. And I can apply those skills when I'm better at them up here. Or let's say more confident.
Jan asked where I bought the laptop. I bought it at Best Buy. I'm not sure if it was still on sale. I bought it a week ago Thursday. So yeah, I know it's a little bit more than that normally.
Chris, did Hall and Brown have an exhibit at the 1904 World's Fair in St. Louis? Yes, they did. We have photos of that. And we actually have a little souvenir puzzle I showed in some videos quite far back at this point. That was made by a guy in Germany. But it's this little like dollhouse chairs that were cut from one solid block of wood, so really ornate little cuts. The guy, his name was Albert Sawinski. But it's a cool little piece of St. Louis history and directly Hall and Brown history too. Just sawed by Albert Sawinski on Hall and Brown bandsaw, which is pretty cool. I wonder if Charles Brown would have been a good live streamer. Probably. I'm sure he had somewhat of a personality. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Probably better than I am, because I'm not as technologically sound as maybe I should be.
Kelly, do we have a wedding registry? No. I made whenever I tried to do our invitations for the wedding on Zola.com, I did like a little contribute to the house registry, but that kind of never took off. And then also the invitation thing on there was really annoying. It was like asking people for their info rather than just saying like, hey, here's the date and time and where to come, So I ended up doing like a Facebook event because we didn't do like paper invites, just waste of money, and it's just a backyard thing. So yeah.
Mike over fourth generation. And I wish he could. It's just a long ways away. When I lived in LA, it was still a long ways away.
I'm trying to make this bigger because it's actually bigger on here on the MacBook. Like the little chat on the side is bigger than this on here, so it's easier to just look over there instead.
Will you be going into 1890s men's fashion in the future? Actually, yeah. For the wedding, I bought. I only have. I think in Britain they're called braces, but suspenders, a pair of pants, and then I have a hat as well.
There.
Which I can actually go get if you guys want to see it.
Yeah, and we're both wearing the new stuff that we have coming out as well. But I'm sure we'll talk about that in a little bit. Go get your hat. It's super cute.
All right, well, hold down the fort. Answer as many questions as you can.
Okay, I will. Let's see. The cabinet hardware. I don't know. For stuff like that, I don't know. I just like to soak things in vinegar and then scrub them with like a Adobe, just like a sponge wrapped in like little plastic mesh type stuff. Let's see. Jackie, so we have these things coming out that are similar. So this is like the ladies hoodie. I'm not sure prices on these, but I like hoodies like this because it's not like actual like hoodie material. It's just thin, and I like to wear a thin hoodie as like a shirt. So I've been wearing this all day. So I'm brown. A jacket. Caleb's not gonna wear a jacket. I got to find him a shirt and shoes.
Knock everything off the table.
That scared me. A shirt and shoes and stuff. Let's see.
Do you ever many in the Hall and Brown descendants? I've been talking to one actually, and they've sent me some photos of some stuff, but that'll be something we get into a bit more in the future. We have some plans for that. So. Are you going to be dressed vintage for the wedding? Or asking?
I guess my outfit is kind of a 70s look, honestly.
It probably won't make any sense.
No.
I kind of purposely bought things that were older because later on, like I don't like the idea of buying one thing and using it just for that day.
Yeah.
So I bought things that leaned into what I could do here at the house. When I do tours, maybe I could dress more period appropriate to the house.
Yeah. So yeah, my dress is long sleeved chiffon. And it's long sleeves. It's got tighter at the bottom, so it's a little poofy. And it's long and it's green and it's got a slit. It's pretty basic. But yeah, I can wear it again. And then I got since my hair is thinning, and I was like, I don't even know what to do with my hair. I was like, I want to wear a veil, but I also want to put my hair down, and a veil won't stick in my hair. if it's down, you have to kind of have an updo for it to stick into. So I was like, I'm just gonna buy a hat. So I bought a black floppy hat, and I have black shoes to wear with it, and a little gold bag to keep my phone and stuff in. So yeah, pretty basic. So we're not probably not gonna match, but I think that it'll be fine. We'll look good. So.
Katie, yes, those are called braces, and UK suspenders are referred to women's undergarment. Fair enough. Actually, the company we bought them from as well, they're British. The hat's even British, so.
British. Was it Darcy?
Yeah, but that's Darcy hat.
That's fancy. This was a pricey hat though, so better be nice.
You know, I figured I'll be wearing it for more than one occasion. So, when do you think you'll be starting on the second floor? I would like to do it soon. The biggest problem is I have to put the AC system in first, and it's because it's the thin duct, high velocity system. It's rather expensive, like $40,000 expensive, or like the same price as the Mansard roof, or Mansard's probably a little bit more than that with Slate, but so it's just you can't seal anything up until all the systems are in, and the systems are absurdly expensive because they're specific to what that area needs. So I can't put soffits in, which are boxes that enclose ductwork, and because I can't do that because it will destroy the look of the place, and it will have to rip out all the transom windows up there. I have to buy the really expensive system, but it means I can't seal any of those areas up until the systems are done. But the basement is getting closer, and so I can start sealing up rooms down there. So I expect like the vet clinic to go much quicker than anything upstairs right now.
So Steven says you need an old pocket watch. You didn't get the vest, did you?
I do have an old pocket watch.
Did you get the vest that goes with the pants?
I asked you multiple times, should I get it? Should I get it? You said, no, I don't want you to.
Now I'm thinking it'd be cute, but it's too late. We're getting married in 8 days. So no, but I was thinking earlier, you need a cane.
I have a cane.
Okay. But you
The
don't
house
have anywhere,
came with
you don't have a,
canes.
because usually you would put it on your vest, your pocket watch, or your jacket. And you don't have either of those. You just have a shirt. So.
I do have a vest, but it's like a burnt orange one that I wore to prom.
Why are you like this?
Because I am.
Jan, you have to order it from the UK. So.
Oh, the hats?
No, she said go back and get that vest. It's not happening.
We can find one probably around here. I don't know if like a haberdashery. You could find something probably fairly close, or if it were gray, it would be fine too.
Yeah. Let's see. A Zeppelin refueling station. Oh, thank you.
Speed. Man, I know you had emailed a while back about coming back to the place, and so we're gonna figure that out at some point. If you guys want to check out Dozen Speed's channel, he actually did a tour of the place, and I think it's always a good thing to go and see the place through somebody else's eyes, which is also something you guys will get next week.
Sorry, I'm talking to my coworkers. Oh wow!
Have to live that vest life. Highly recommend. Thanks, Vess. I'll definitely get into that.
Okay, so we couldn't figure out how to take a thumbnail, and I'm scrolling on my YouTube right now trying to find the link to send to my coworkers that I'm chatting.
They give us a random thumbnail?
It's awful. It's literally me looking at my phone.
It's very Victorian of you.
Yeah. Well, I'm still within working hours. So I'm just trying to stay up to date with my coworkers. So.
Okay, Kelly. Well, you guys are definitely gonna get a few photos. My uncle Jason and my aunt Katie are gonna be taking the photos. Both of them are amazing photographers. They have all the setup. In fact, we're lit really nicely right now because Jason gave me 2 really amazing lights.
I'm lit better than you.
Well, it is what it is. I didn't set it up. I set it up for the center, not for the right side.
Well, you didn't think I was gonna be here? Hanky, come on, Bubba. Let him in your lap. Lean back. Come on, Hank.
We would love to collaborate with 1834 Restoration House guys. Like they're really, really nice people. We've talked to them a few times, and I'd really love that. It's just about planning things around. I know they're a bit further south than us. I kind of forget the state off the top of my head.
Come here.
If you don't pick him up, he will continue to meow. So this is Hank.
Yeah, here's Hank. He's mad. He just wants to get to his food. He's like, "Why are you holding me?" Hi, Justin. All right, Ham.
Victorian Trading Co. is in the U.S. I think I looked at them too, but this other stuff looked just a little more. Well, it looked less costumey.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't want a cost. Well, like everything, I don't want anything to be faux. Like the house is as well. Like if I have an item in the house, like the gramophone behind us, I want it to work. Like I want it to be something that people come in here, they get touched. So I felt the same way about the clothing. It's like these are made from patterns back in the day. Even the pants are. They're made from patterns back in the day, so they're as authentic as it could be, and they're not made in like China or something like that. They're actually made in the UK. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Where'd you put the Kit Kat food?
I moved it over there.
Okay.
He's looking for it.
Yes, of course. He eats like every 10 minutes. He just takes a couple bites. There it is.
Oh yes, they're always eating. I don't know if this was asked before, but do you plan on having the fireplaces operational? Probably not. Some of that's down to cost, but it wouldn't be something that would have functional here anyways, because these fireplaces, the fireboxes, are very small. They're coal burners, so they would have put coal in them back in the day because coal's more energy rich. Obviously, you get things that are more energy dense, so it heats a lot more for such a small item. However, if I were to burn anything in here now, or once I get all the wallpaper on the walls, you will get smoke damage to the wallpaper. And considering what we've started researching into cost-wise for what it is to put new paper on the walls, I don't think I'll be having any kind of smoking whatsoever in the house, ever. Because we're looking at probably $60K in paper. If I recreate the ones, of course, it might come down if I hand paint everything, but then I have to hand paint everything. So we'll look at options and things like that. But as far as the fireplace is concerned, nothing real will be in there. I know they make things for like coal replacement electric heater thingies. And that might be something to look into just for an authentic look. But as far as them being functional, I highly doubt I'll ever attempt that.
I thought I'd grab my wedding hat. It's like a floppy felt hat with like a gold hardware here and a little like leather belt thing.
Do you have a favorite Halloween horror movie?
I don't know. Do we have a favorite horror movie? I don't usually think about things in like favorites, especially stuff like that where there's
like one you like. I mean, I don't know. I think Killer Clowns is kind of fun. Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price is pretty good. I don't know. There's Hitchcock. Any Hitchcock movie, I guess.
I mean, I'd say probably for me, like the scariest movie I've ever seen is Hereditary. So.
I like Strangers on a Train. That's a good one.
Never seen it. Yeah, so yeah, this is like a 70s kind of floppy hat, and my dress is kind of 70s looking. So, yeah.
Wait, did somebody else send a super chat?
No, I don't think so. You can click on it. I clicked them. I turned the mouse in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very good. Oh. Hello, go away now. Thank you. No,
Yeah.
they just added us. That's all.
Okay. I say I don't know how these things work.
Mm-hmm. Houseplants.
Actually, I've never looked into what like a Second Empire style houseplant would be. Obviously, I knew they kept like plants inside, but what they would actually be, I'm not sure. Like what they had access to at that point in time. Yeah, I haven't even looked to it, but I would definitely be interested in, again, anything that's authentic. I would like to have here.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never been big on keeping houseplants just because I've never lived anywhere that's like big enough to have like space to like keep a houseplant, So it's just I just never really think about it. So
yeah, Kim's rocking the 70s look. We're quite a few years removed as far as style is concerned.
What are you gonna do? I mean, we're both gonna look nice, so hopefully it'll look okay together. But
we're both dressing how we want to dress.
We could always just take pictures separately and then just be like, "Hey, this is what each of us looked like on our wedding day." There's no pictures of us together because we look stupid together.
For as traditional as like our houses and kind of like the way we live here, as far as that's concerned, we're not having a terribly traditional wedding. Like no. Kim's dress is green.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's green. It's beautiful. I love my dress.
We're not gonna match because everything I have is brown.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? And we don't even know how many people are coming. We have no idea.
It's just that
nightmare.
my grandparents have some acreage outside of the city where I grew up. As I've mentioned, I think a few times, I kind of grew up as a bit of a blue collar-y, rednecky kind of situation, let's say. But they have a really nice piece of land out there. My grandpa built a pond before I was born, and so it's just a place that I really enjoy. My mother got married there, so we're just gonna set up some stuff and more or less have a party with a tiny little bit of wedding dashed in there for pizzazz, let's say.
Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, and so yeah, we were gonna get catering, and then it was just kind of like a disaster, and like we just couldn't get it together, and then like what I planned on getting wasn't like it didn't work out, and so we're getting big sandwiches.
Something we haven't ever mentioned to you guys, though, that I think is really cool is so Dr. Ginneman, after he passed away, which is the second owner, the veterinarian who did built the vet clinic, they use actually the third floor and some of the areas of the house as like when a part of the family would get married, they would come and stay here. And so we actually talked to a lady who grew up here when she was very, very young. She remembers going to the church that used to be behind our house, playing the playground, and we had her over, and she remembers like sliding down the banister and all these really cool things that I've been meaning to get into with you guys. So a little bit of a sneak peek here. But sorry, lost the train of thought because things are popping up on the screen.
I'm logged in on this computer, and my coworkers are texting me.
But she is actually the one who's making our wedding cake. So somebody who actually grew up here in the house is making our wedding cake. It just happened to be that she made wedding cakes, so it's pretty awesome.
Come on, you're gonna hit your back on that.
Thank you so much, Kelly.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we weren't originally gonna get a cake, like a wedding cake. We were gonna get cake, but we were just gonna do like Costco sheet cakes, and then we found out that she was making cakes, and we were like, John was like, okay, Caleb's dad was like, well, let's get a cake. And so you kind of look like the Babadook right now.
What?
The Babadook.
Does he wear? Well, all things Victorian are horror. Let's be real at this point. Every movie ever has always leaned into that.
It takes place in now times, like the present.
Yeah, no, but everything that's Victorian looks like horror.
No, but I mean, like literally, the Babadook wears a bowler hat. I just realized.
Is it a high bowler or a low bowler? I like this one because it's lower.
I don't know.
Those really goofy, really high ones are just nice.
Come on, Bub Rub.
Or you gotta turn back to the side. You're like slowly kicking me off the screen.
I'm trying to turn on Do Not Disturb. There we go. Okay. Cool. I'm just trying to get Max in my lap. Now he's eating something off the floor. Max, come on.
It's probably cat food.
It's probably cat food. Come on. Come on, dingbat. Come on. All the way. If you're not going to come all the way.
Bringing some chili. That's a long way away. Hey, Thomas.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Howdy. Yeah, so we're getting married in 8 days.
Yeah, you're right about the cake, Jen. It's just something, well, like we went and met her to talk about the house, and she, made cakes, and she was like on like Food Network on like some cake shows. So she's like really well known. And so we're like, well, we're not having anything else terribly fancy about this wedding. Let's at least have a pretty okay looking cake.
Yeah, so we got a 6 and an 8-inch tier for the top, and those are like green and white, and they'll be lemon with lemon filling on the inside because that's my favorite. So we're gonna eat the bigger one for the day, and then the small one we're gonna save, of course.
And they keep talking about freezing cake. I don't know about these
you're
traditions.
supposed to freeze the top cake, the top tier, and then eat it on your 1-year anniversary. Anyways, then we got 100 cupcakes for a cupcake tower underneath. There's
watching
4 different flavors.
Antarctica.
Antarctica.
No, I'm not. No.
Okay, I was like, what? Are you having a honeymoon? I would love that, but Caleb cannot be dragged away from the house anytime soon, so we're gonna delay that.
Let's be real. We don't have the money to do that.
I mean, we could take the RV somewhere, but that costs money too. So it's all good. So we'll do something next year.
Yeah, we'll have some time to plan out a vacation.
Plenty, so.
Well, and she can't go very far either, so that's kind of the thing. So we have to choose somewhere locally.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, this dog. Will Phil be back to do more hunting in the yard?
We've talked a little bit since then. I've actually sent him to a few other people's houses who ask about him, which is really cool. Try to keep Phil as busy as we can because I know he just loves the act of doing metal dissecting. But he hasn't been back since the last video. Again, he's hit the yard so hard at this point that until I get the lot next door and start digging around the foundations a little bit, I don't know if it's a huge amount of use for him to be back to necessarily hit the yard again. He's always welcome. Like I told him, like you're a friend, man. Just you don't even have to ask. Just open the gate and come in.
Yeah, just open the gate. Just make sure, maybe holler when you get here so we don't let a dog out. Or run up on you. Like, who's that?
I mean, even the dogs like Phil. So,
Oh, okay, cool. I haven't been around too much when he's been here.
are you related to Jack Black?
So Valor says go to Branson. So my mom actually moved to Branson like 2.5 months ago. So I go down there at least once a month. So I'm in Branson a lot.
Not really a vacation spot for her.
No, I mean we do stuff when we're down there. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Nikki's she well actually I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about her channel quite yet. I know some people who are starting a really cool channel. They've got one video up, and I think I mentioned it in one of the comments so far. But we're gonna do some more collaborative things with them because it's another house that's really digging deep into the history of St. Louis and their specific house, and they have some really cool like local connections to their house. So we'll be pushing those guys here pretty soon because I think it's a good, not even a companion channel. Like they're doing a really cool thing. So I want to get them some stuff going.
Yes. Let's see. Oh yeah, Jamie, we're not gonna like live stream the wedding. If we videotape it, if that happens, we're not gonna post that.
It's gonna be like one of those things, guys. I do want to keep the channel mainly as much as I can focus around the house, Hall and Brown, those sort of things, because those are the things that I think kind of matter a little bit. Like for instance, if we have a child, which is something we may or may not be planning soon, I don't want to turn this into a family channel. I've seen a lot of that. And it doesn't mean that there won't be little bits here and there. But we're probably still going to have somewhat of a private life as well. Especially when you come with kids and others and things like that, and people who attend my wedding. I don't, I don't want to go and ask everybody, hey, you okay being on camera? Like it's one of those things. It's like, why you don't see me filming in public a lot or things like that. I just don't like putting up camera in people's faces or so it'll be one of those things.
Let's see. Oh yeah, on my channel, I don't know. I started working July 5th.
Basically when the channel slowed down.
Yeah. So I started working full time, like actual full time, because when I worked at the restaurant, and I was still getting scheduled there. I was only working like 30-ish hours a week, and now I work like 42, 43 hours a week. So it's just been tough, to find the motivation to do that, with my free time that I do have on the weekends. So,
Oh man, I understand that.
So
I don't have free time.
No, I know you don't. I know you don't. But I try to keep groceries in the house and the dogs taken care of and all that, and all that. And I don't know. I really value my downtime. So, and it's just another thing to think about. So,
Weed the North, 1984. Love your videos. Just found here the other day. Binged all your videos. Thank you. Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. I'm glad people get something out of this because at the end of the day, I didn't really think it was going to be much.
No, never anticipated this. So yeah. And also, whenever I was doing YouTube like full time, it just was not like I put in my notice at work just to stop being scheduled right after Christmas. Like after the new year, I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna go on this YouTube journey full time, and then it just wasn't feasible for me to do. So this new job is Monday to Friday, and it's great. So
all of YouTube's been lower, like a lot lower recently.
So yeah, and like it was really important, because now I'm making more than I did at the restaurant. So it's nice to be able to help out with the bills as well. So more than the YouTube channel could. So yeah, I'm working on the Price is Right casting. If anybody is within 3 hours of the Los Angeles area and you want to apply, just go to pricesright.com, click get tickets at the top right, fill out the application.
Even in the line stream, you got to do work.
Hey, that's my job. Like literally, if we don't have people to book for interviews, I don't have a job. So yeah.
Also, yeah, the YouTube channel Legends of Limp. That's the one I was talking about locally. So go check those guys out. They're super awesome. And we'll be talking more about them in the future as well. They're pretty good friends of ours, and they've bought a really incredible house. That's and I haven't been. A wee bit older than ours.
I haven't been because they went. Caleb and John went on a Friday night. I'm still working because I work until 8:30 because I'm on LA time. So
Also love the postcards. Have them all over a refrigerator. That's awesome.
Yay! Let's see. Did you buy the lot next door? I can't remember. Somebody said something up here a little bit about the city. Buy it from the city, I think, and it's not. It's privately owned.
Yeah, it's privately owned, and money wise, it's more than most things would cost up here in the north. At least a few years ago, like a lot more. So for I guess some of you guys may or may not know, I got the house for 65K. The lot's probably gonna cost close to half of that, just for the ground. So that's why it's been a bit of a struggle. We thought we were gonna be able to get it for quite a bit cheaper. So I'm working on collecting funds to be able to do that. Is be able to stretch to think about exactly when I'll be able to do that. And of course, every day that goes on, the amount of money it's going to cost is probably going to raise. My biggest fear is that if it goes to somebody else, because the guy holding it right now is a developer, if it goes to anybody else, it's possible that it could be a suburban house or something really awful. There's nothing stopping that up here right now. That's another thing we're working on right now is a local historic district. We are a national historic district, but not a local one. The national one gives us no protections. The local one has all the protections, and we decide on what we want in that to say what you can and cannot build here. So something we're trying to work on, but it's about a 1.5-year process, and it's extremely time consuming as well. One of the other reasons why the videos don't have quite as much content because I'm pulled in many directions these days.
Yes, like literally every day this man has something like.
How about a bank loan temporarily? I don't think I could get a bank loan on lot up here. There's a lot of people speculating on how much things are worth up here, and then there's what an assessor will come and tell you what something's worth up here, and an assessor will tell you the lot's left worth $500, maybe less. But to investors, it's different. So there's a lot of speculation right here, and so with speculations come prices that are a little unheard of, at least up here. So we'll see how it goes. It might be something. Well, actually, how I plan on building a lot of stuff on that lot is hopefully as I can get this house solid enough, like back up to like 30% ish done. You know, all the holes sealed, no more leaks, all the windows are fixed, everything's kind of together. We have kitchen, bathroom, shower, those things. Then I can probably refinance this thing, and that way I can get, of course, a lot more things done here in the house, but also build like the shop and some other things. So at least afford the materials. I'll probably be putting the thing up myself.
You know, talking about the land and buying it really stresses me out because I'm just like, what if something happens and we don't get it? You know, and I'm like, what if we build something over there? Like, and I'm just like, the dogs love it so much. I just don't want to lose it, you know, for them. So.
Well, you better start saving a little extra on those paychecks. And no, we will figure out a way to do it. I'm not terribly concerned about it. It's just about when and at what price. You know, if I have to stall projects here to get that lot, I will do that because that allows me to tell the full story or almost of the Hall and Brown company. That's Hall's lot. These two men were very, very connected. They were obviously close friends to the point where when Hall died, they adopted his daughter to make sure that she was 13 years old, that she got cared for, that she got her inheritances. Like, so, I mean, in the pocket watch at the History Museum, like these two men were so connected that I can't lose that other half of the story. And so I know I focus a lot on Brown, but Hall is just as much part of the story. So, what projects are you starting at looking next? And which ones are you most dreading? The mansard roof is definitely both of those. And it's not because I'm dreading the work. It's that the lift that I have is currently a 2-man operation. And some days it likes to boom out so I can reach certain things, and some days it doesn't. So it's just extremely frustrating because I can't get this tool that costs a good amount of money to work in the way I need it to work to get the task done. And every day I watch that dormer up there in front of the house slip further and further down. Ideally, I would like to take that dormer off, throw a very large, I consider an old advertising, like really thick mill tarp that you can buy fairly inexpensively, and just draping the mansard roof in it. It will look atrocious for a while, but it will stop any bit of water that's coming in. Not that there's a huge degree of that, but it will stop any of the decay that's happening right now, so I can actually get it back together.
Look at how's the neighborhood, or how the people in the neighborhood. Our neighbors on our block, great. We don't really know anybody beyond that. So.
Well, no, the block down, I know
Oh yeah, the
Calvin, I
block
know
down. Yeah.
Mr. Green.
No, of course not. Sure.
So what this is right here, this where our house is, and two-ish other blocks around here are what is referred to as Millionaires Row, or what was referred to as Millionaires Row. On those blocks of St. Louis Avenue, our neighbors are actually incredible. Walked up and down the streets multiple times now. I've never had a problem with everybody. Everybody waves. It's kind of like Mayberry.
Hey, how you doing?
Everybody knows the postman's name. Just last night, I had a talk at the library, and as I'm leaving, my neighbor ran out to me, hey, and I'm like, well, what's going on? She was just wanting to give me some apples because she had extra apples. So no, it's the best, finest, most amazing neighborhood I've ever lived in, hands down. I love the community feel here. It's awesome. I can't wait to bring my kids up here. I absolutely love it here. But if you talk to people in the suburbs and things like that, people will tell you, oh, it's this and it's that. But
it's not that.
and I can't say for every single part of my neighborhood that it's like this.
Yeah.
But I know how my neighbors are. I know the people who are around me are amazing, and we've had absolutely zero problems with anything. So it's been really awesome.
Yeah, and like I never feel unsafe here. So yeah, that's a big thing. Kids, this is our announcement. No, nope, not currently.
Dave says, sadly, our city of Toronto has lost so many historic buildings to the condo development. It is difficult to save anything. Well, I hear you there, but like the city of St. Louis had it even worse. At least they put something up after they tear things down. Here, they just tear things down, and it's either a parking lot or it's nothing. Well, there's a neighborhood that I love. I mean, it hasn't existed since the 60s, but I love the idea of what it was, called Mill Creek Valley here. That's just on the west side of downtown. And they tore that down in the 60s and then didn't build anything until fairly recently. So they tore it down for nothing. And it's just sad because it would have made such more connected part of our city. Like our downtown's kind of a donut right now. It's got these
donut. I was already hungry. Thank you.
Kids, is there an announcement?
No, I already addressed that.
No. We haven't done anything yet, but that is, let's say, in the works, sort of. What? We're considering it. Of course, like we can't bring a child home to the house in the condition it's in currently. So I've got to get at least a few spots in the house that are 100% safe, 100% lead free, and everything else. So we can do that. Currently, right now, there's not a lot of there's not an area to do that in. And so I think probably the most realistic spot for that to happen would be in the basement with the conjoining rooms of the room underneath the kitchen, which would be a second kitchen and laundry, and the vet clinic, which also used to have a bathroom and will have the first complete bathroom in it. But it won't be with a shower, which is where the needle shower will go, if anybody remembers that amazing thing.
How do you bathe a baby in a needle shower?
You probably would just use like the sinks, the big sinks that we have, with a thing in it. I mean, it's huge. You have two of them.
He's smart. Yeah. Halloween plans. No, not yet. Next Friday. This is crazy. The day before we get married, I bought us tickets to go to the Lent Brewery haunted house. It's in the basement of the Lent Brewery. It's really scary. You've never been to that one, have you?
No, but I've been through almost all the Lent Brewery. I've walked a lot of that place.
Anyways, so some of our friends that are coming into town, actually I met through the channel, are coming into town on Friday, and then they're the haunted house isn't open on Sunday. I wanted to go to a haunted house on Sunday, and I found out that this one was open, but it's only open on Friday and Saturday. So I was like, we got to go on Friday night. I don't know. It's the night before the wedding. We're doing it. So I bought tickets earlier. I don't know if I told you.
No, I know.
There's one for you.
Yeah, I'm not a haunted house guy. I think they're really expensive. I've helped build a few, actually, though. I've built haunted houses.
It was like...
Plus, I don't know if many of you guys know this either, but I used to work for a show called, I used to work in reality TV.
And now I work in game shows.
But in casting, so it was adult babysitting. But I used to work on a show called Face Off, a special effects makeup show for the Sci-Fi Network. And yeah, so I've been around a lot of monsters and aliens and art in that form, which is always really cool. It also helped a lot when I was sculpting the medallion upstairs because I knew sculptors and I dabbled. So yeah, thank you, Face Off and Sci-Fi, for helping me get my medallion put together.
Jen, we'll get a tub on the second and third floors. We'll both have tubs. Well, this third floor might not because it might not be able to hold the weight.
Second
Well,
floor,
definitely.
it might end up actually being the only tub in the house.
It's just fine.
I think it's just easier
As long as there's
and
a place.
less risky to put a shower on the third floor.
For sure.
It'll take the weight. I know it will because the beams are ridiculous. But that's also where we did have some water coming in for a while on the one side. So I don't want to push the building to the limit either.
Yeah, no. Amy said, "Have y'all noticed anything spooky in the house?" All right, Atlas. One time, I was sitting at my desk in my room, which is I sit next to one of the windows, and then the fireplace is like right here, not quite perpendicular, kind of at an angle. And I saw like something like a gray. It was like the size of a bat, but it was like a little blob, but like not like solid. It just kind of went in front of the fireplace.
It's the first I'm hearing of any of this.
Really?
You never told me that.
Oh, and then it went back the other way, and I was like, "Am I crazy? What was that?" But it wasn't
She might
solid.
just be crazy.
I might have been crazy. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. But that's like the only weird thing that's happened to me. But I wasn't like scared or anything. I was just like, what the heck was that? I mean, maybe I just am crazy.
Spiders, bugs, a bat, actually in this room here. But
we were
able to chase the bat upstairs, and I got him out the window upstairs. So
bats really freaked me out because I saw something once before where somebody was like, yeah, a bat can bite you. Like a really little one can bite you and you won't even feel it, and then you'll die of rabies.
That's exciting.
So I was freaked out. I was like, oh my God. So, yeah.
What's the name of the street your house is on? St. Louis Avenue. Have you noticed anything spooky in the house? We already did that one.
Yeah, put a tub in. Trust me, we got one. Kitchen sink, baby in the sink.
Yeah, the tub we have is cool too. It's a wood-rimmed clawfoot, oak-rimmed. It's really beautiful. But of course, the oak is not in good shape, so I have to rebuild the rim.
Now you make actual reality TV.
Yeah. Face Off, actually, I have to say, as I worked on a bunch of different shows, that one, they didn't force people to create drama. It was just the drama of the show itself. So I don't think that one was too far off from actually being real.
It wasn't too produced.
Yeah, of course, things are shot out of order and things like that, but they just do that. So sometimes reactions are forced, but other than that...
I remember you telling me people would want to say stuff and you'd be like, hold on, cameras.
Oh yeah, TV timeout.
Yeah, TV timeout. So you just hold your tongue with whatever
so they can reset the cameras. It'd always be in the most tense moment, and you're like, can you guys just have the cameras somewhere around? Somebody got eliminated, and now they're coming off stage, and then like, TV timeout, hold on.
Why not they do it like Big Brother, where they just kind of have cameras everywhere?
Because nothing's as controlled of an environment as Big Brother.
You worked on that show, didn't you?
Yeah, but in casting. I've been to rap parties for it.
Oh, okay. So you kind of did what were you?
I've been to like the pool area out back and stuff, and then like the front of the house, which is also on a lower level. It's all studio.
Yeah, well, sure, of course.
And so it's like a fake facade of like a house, and then you open the door, and then there's stairs up to it.
Oh.
John worked on it for a way long time.
Really? No, were you an AP on that show, or?
What's your social security?
John, go lay down. Any more trips to rehab stores for building supplies or estate sales? Okay, I like going to the rehab stores. I hate going to estate sales.
But no, estate sales are far better. But you have a lot of people who are like pickers or people that antique stuff.
Dealers, and they get aggressive.
It's hard she likes small things, little dog figurines and things like that, and people can get pushy about those things because they're easy to take home. Something like, for instance, like the beds we've had here. They're all from estate sales, and they're very, very inexpensive. And nobody will take them. You can come on the very last day of an estate sale when everything's 50% off. So that's what we tend to do, unless there's a piece that I'm really wanting. Then I'll show up early, but most of the time we don't. I'm not going to fight you over anything.
Yeah, one time there was those dog figurines. It was in the video. This lady got really aggressive with me and was pretty rude, telling me to move over and da-da-da-da. I'm like, I'm looking right now. Like, you're being really weird. And like...
but yes, always looking at those shop stores. And also, I think another big one that might not be an underutilized resource any longer, but is been quite good for us recently is Facebook Marketplace. Both the planer and the bandsaw came off Facebook
Was
Marketplace.
that Patterson?
Probably.
Hi,
Talk about the haunted house on Face Off.
Patterson.
I don't remember exactly, like the one we built at Think Tank.
On Face Off.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't think we had a full-on haunted house on
Hmm.
it. We had guys from Face Off come help build haunted houses with us. I think. I don't remember anymore.
We use the house for film TV when it's done. I mean, if anybody wants to come film it,
From what?
film the house.
Oh yeah. I mean, the idea for the house, realistically, once this is done, like yes, this is going to be our home, but our home is really the third floor. Once this is all done, anyways. Essentially, I want this to be a place where people can come, and it's like a museum. You can come and actually sit on the furniture and be like in a Victorian world for however long you want to be here, sort of thing. So I want movies to be shot here and people to do photography and use all these really beautiful motifs and backgrounds that I've really painstakingly put together. So I want this to be a resource for the city of St. Louis. This is kind of my big art project. This is kind of my legacy, I feel. So I want it to be utilized. I don't want it to be kind of squandered away and hidden. I want this to be a house that's loved by myself, of course, but by others as well. They're able to come and get the opportunity to just hang out.
Some people will be living with you for months. There's definitely going to be limits. Because then at that point, if somebody lives here for 30 days, they get squatters' rights.
Well, no, it'll probably be something like Airbnb, but not on that website. We'll probably build a site for ourselves.
Next,
I don't want it to be overly expensive, but I want it to be people who really care about what I've done here. Because materials are expensive. This entire thing's expensive, and we didn't come in to this with anywhere near enough money to do this. So we're going to be taking it slow enough, but I want to do it the correct way, and that requires lots of money. So essentially, it's a way for people to come in here, experience this place inexpensively, but help us, tame the giant electrical bill I know we're going to have, or the gas bill, or things like that. So it's a way for me to help maintain this place and allow people to experience it. Now, for like tours and stuff like that, it'll probably be like, if you want to donate, you're welcome to. Definitely not required. So I'm trying to find that balance and what that is. But of course, as you bring a lot of people through here, there's wear and tear on a place like this too. So it's finding the balance, but I don't ever want to block anybody off from being able to be here. So
there you go.
What all of this looks like in the future and how it will all work, no idea.
Look at that funny shaped head on this dog.
Yeah, Ryan, I hope you can come take a tour with us someday. It'd be awesome. I've loved taking. I mean, how many hundreds of people at this point? Quite a few. We would interview the applicants and charge a fee too. There'll be a fee. I don't think it'll be like an interview process or anything like that. I think it will only be advertised and talked about through the site. So it's you guys who have watched me slowly, week after week, put this thing together. You know what I have in it. You know the heart and the soul. I pour myself into this place, so you guys know. So that comes, I think, with a level of respect, or at least I hope it does. To know that, I've said a bunch of times, you can't put heat on shellac. I hope nobody puts a hot cocoa mug on my table. Even then, I do not fix it. So
that's very true.
It's just one of those things. There's going to be some. I mean, old houses like I'm sure you guys remember your grandma. There were certain things you couldn't do with her furniture. This is grandma's house. Don't do things you wouldn't do with grandma's house. But I also don't want to supervise people here. I want people to experience it themselves, and have that freedom. I don't want to constrain people. Of course, who knows? I might have a few really bad people at the beginning, and I have to restructure the whole thing. But I'm hoping that people can be good enough to the house to continue to do this and continue to be. I want people to be able to experience this. It would have been a dream for me to do it as a kid. This is for my my younger self to be able to. I'm building this for my younger self essentially.
I can't see it anymore now that I got this potato on me.
Oh, the chat.
Yeah.
What is the best month weather-wise? Probably October, but it depends on what you mean weather-wise. For certain materials here, obviously they need certain temperatures. October's not super great for stripper on the outside of the building, but it's really good for the stonework, so and plaster and things like that.
Y'all, this dog could go into the other room right there and lay in my bed. He's fallen asleep, but he chose to get up here. He's so needy.
Any books you recommend to help with the Victorian restoration? Yes, but what are the names off the top of my head? I know Tales from the Blue Ox is really good. There were a bunch of other ones. There's ones. I think it really depends on what you do because there's so many books that are very specific, and then there's broader books. So like there's books specifically for plaster. I think most of them come from like the 70s though, and so you have to wade through a little bit of things that you probably shouldn't do anymore. I don't know if they were talking about putting asbestos in plaster, but I know that did happen in some cases. All a lot later than uh, my house, but you know. So it just depends. How are you this evening? We're doing quite well. I think Max is doing super well too. No food or drinks allowed. No, I want people to have food and drinks, just not. You know, you'd have like biscuits and tea in the parlor. You would have your meal
tacos
in the dining room, and that table won't have shellac on it because somebody will spill a mixed drink at some point, and you know I want to make sure it's a bit heartier than that. Were you able to find the original wallpaper in other rooms you have in the stairwell? Not yet, but I haven't like really messed with anything. So I think if I go and I steam the layers of paint in a lot of the rooms, I am pretty sure I'll probably start pulling something out. Whether it's usable or a full enough pattern, or if it's nothing at all, that's yet to be seen. I think most of the paper did come off the walls. Why it was left in the stairwell, not sure. But I also thought it was only at the top of the stairwell on that one wall, and that turns out not to be true either. Because I was picking down here at the entryway, and there was some paper underneath it. So who knows? I haven't messed with it enough to really know yet.
He wants you to pet him.
But if I can't find anything, or if I can't find the original papers, then I'll just get as close as I can. Get papers that I know that are from this era or very close to this era. Whether I go earlier or later, who knows exactly? But we'll find something that really pulls the rooms together. So, are you going to be able to do any work on the Manta roof before the bad wet weather starts? I think I will. We're still kind of gearing up, like with the trim and stuff, to be able to get up there and do more of that. Right now, I am having some lift trouble. So as soon as I can figure out how to man the lift myself, because right now you have to drive it from the base, and with Kim working full time now, my father has been moving, so he can't be here. It's hard to be able to get up here and get up on the lift and actually do something. This week I do plan on getting out and doing some more masonry, but it'll be lower down, so another windowsill. Hopefully I can pull that off pretty quickly. As I don't have as much time as I need this week to really do a big one. Love stencil painting in the bathroom. Any more plans on painting stenciling in other rooms or furniture? Yeah, at some point probably. It just all depends if it needs it or not. Again, I tend to only do things that the house would have had, or so that the reason I did the stenciling in the first place was for that reason. So. Is plaster difficult to learn? I mean, maybe depends on how much drywall you've done in the past, like, or how good are you at smoothing things out and finessing. I would say, generally speaking, probably it's a little bit difficult. There's definitely a learning curve, but I think you can do it. But you need to be prepared to fail a few times, and definitely don't do it in the summer. And there are modern plasters that you can use that aren't lime that are probably easier. But yeah, it's just try an area, fail a few times, and then you'll get it right. It just takes time, like anything. And start in a room that you don't care about as much. Don't start in the best room in your house. That's always the worst idea. What?
That box says Our Daily Bread. I'm hungry.
That's not what that's meaning.
I know it's not food in it, but it's making.
Well,
me...
we have to figure out how to do these boxes too, because I don't want everybody's addresses all over the internet. We do have some letters and some boxes of things people have sent us that we wanted to share with you guys since we're here live. I've been meaning to do this more. When's the kitchen going to be started? Hopefully pretty soon. Well, actually, it's already started, but it's the basement one because we're doing two. The authentic Victorian kitchen, it'll probably be a little bit. There's not a huge amount to do there, but the problem is all the wiring that goes down to the panels has to run through the kitchen because it's the one open wall. And again, I'm not trying to tear more plaster out than I have to. So since that's open, it has to stay open until all of the house's electrical's done. So that's why the one downstairs will go first.
Kelly says, Kim, do you work from home? Yes, I do. It's very nice.
So first box, and again, I don't want to show you guys the box. I don't want to send anybody else's address out there. I don't feel that's right. This is from Philip from Tennessee.
Somebody asked when we're getting married. Next Saturday, the 8th.
We have some bags. Oh.
Max is interested.
Or I'll try to still keep answering questions while we go through this stuff as well.
Yeah. Are you doing your hardwood floors yourself?
Sanding them probably, although you have to be I'm going to be very careful with these floors, like in the parlors and stuff like that, because they're actually really thin. They're about 1/4 inch, so they're not your normal 3/4 inch, really thick boards. It's like the decorative, I think they used to call wood carpet. So it's not actually very thick here.
Wow. That's cool.
So this is a 1904 World's Cup vase, I guess, or cup? Goblet. This is really cool. Thank you, Philip.
That's really cool.
Oh, look, there's Union Station on the side of it. And the Palace of Electricity.
Your hat is in the way.
So, pretty cool
is
thing
this
here.
just filler so it didn't get hurt?
I'm not sure.
What's that?
It's a letter?
Oh. Oh. Oopsies. It is. Oh.
Yeah, I think the more personal letters we're gonna keep for ourselves.
Oh, where was the HelloFresh ad filmed? Caleb's dad, John's house.
Oh yeah, that's not our kitchen.
Very nice kitchen. It's got a dishwasher and everything.
You will get a dishwasher.
I would love that kitchen. I think it's really pretty with the gold hardware. I like the way it looks. So
I had help in deciding some of that stuff.
Heard. Otis is so funny on this bed right now. No, I don't have my keys. Am I the kind of person that brings my keys around, please?
All right, keep answering questions.
I'm truly not. Knife. Oh. Let's see. Like reality show. I know we don't want like a reality show. I mean, like they come in and I don't know.
I don't like being on camera.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I don't mind this, but like, so like a lot of people.
It's not even the amount of people. I just don't. Like, I guess maybe you guys wouldn't necessarily believe it or whatever. Or I'm doing that. Box
yeah, really close, and then they'd want to do stuff fast.
I worked in that world, and I spent most of my career dodging cameras.
What smells good?
I don't know.
It smells like fruity. Yeah.
So it's just not something I find that I want to do, and I get a little nervous. I freeze up on cameras. I'm also not.
Go ahead, baby.
Like groups of people when they come here, like that's no problem. It's a topic like this house that I can speak pretty freely about. But if I had to like read something on stage, I don't know how well I would really do with that. Like, I don't know. I'm good at what I know here. I don't even know if I'm necessarily good at it. I just
You're good at
muster
it.
through it. I don't know.
Stop. I'm an introvert. He's an extrovert. So
Not fully though. I'm one of those people you could like, you know, when those like Facebook things come up, would you live in this cabin for a year by yourself? I'm like, can I bring paints? Then I'd be fine.
yeah.
Like I could totally do that.
Yeah. Let me bring my doggies.
Garinger? Is that what you said?
Garinger?
It's from Garinger. If I can get the box open. But we'll be moving slowly because you guys packed your boxes really well. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely want a portrait done. It's just something like that, you know, to have it done well.
Like a
would
pointed,
find somebody would
a painted portrait?
Yeah, it would be a lot of money. Or you would do
Well,
it and you don't have time. So.
I can do it. I haven't painted in like a well, I guess you're almost impressionist at that point in time, 1890. So I'd have to brush up, pun intended. I think it's in a box for a mouse, but I don't think it's a mouse.
No, I think the Dexcom is something to do with diabetes, type 1 diabetes. Hi, Andrea. I got a dog hair in my mouth.
Okay. I've got it open. Drum roll, please. We got a nice card. And we have a plastic baggie with something that looks rather delicate. So let's be careful here.
Yeah, it does look delicate.
Need to get some more nitrile gloves.
Mm.
Oh, it's a really pretty glue.
I hate that word.
It's a good word.
I don't like it just because it sounds like, and I don't know, this is just nice. These are really pretty. And I just always think, it says Higgins.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
It says Higgins. Look at the friggin' craftsmanship on this thing.
This is really, really cool.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hopefully we can get a name other than Granger.
It's on the card.
I'm sorry if I slaughter names. I'm not.
Kelly, I actually had Max's DNA done. Let me see.
Oh.
I need to log in. Give me a second. I know
Regina,
he's Bassett. He's Bassett and then Mastiff. I'll find out the rest.
Aw.
Yeah,
those are always so sweet.
I think I was just farted.
I'm reading something very sweet right
now. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's what you're on about.
I thought I heard it. So
Regina and Michelle, thank you guys so very much. It's so sweet.
Open it.
Michaela. Okay. Again, see, I'm really bad. I apologize, but thank you guys so much. It's so sweet.
I'm logging into a bark to see what Max is doing. Also, they had some new family members, so I need to look.
They were messaging me to make this kid. Aw, that's so awesome.
Do you hear that?
Why does King Charles III wear a pinky ring on his left hand? Is this like prompt for a joke? It sounds like it is. King Charles III.
There we go. I'm in. Okay. Sneeze. Okay, so Max is 26% Basset Hound, 16% Mastiff, 15% Lab, 9% Golden Retriever.
Oh, yeah, right here.
What?
Michaela.
Oh, hey!
Well, your mom is absolutely amazing.
Amazing. Like, that's so beautiful. Like, I really liked it. And then I saw it said Higgins. I was like, oh, that's probably going to go in a frame, honestly. I don't want to use it. You know what I mean? Probably going to put it in a frame. People frame stuff like that, right? Like behind glass?
Well, I want to put it on one of the tables and present it here. One of the display tables.
You put it on the wall.
Well,
with like a black background.
She's watching. I'm sure she knows how to chat. Well, thank you so much. It's such a really beautiful piece, and I know you guys. She spent a lot of hours on this. Yeah. You know, from one artist to another. I really, really appreciate it. It's so cool.
That's amazing. I love it.
It's such a cool gift. Aw, you guys are.
Yeah, frame it with a colored mat behind it. See, I have framed them. Normally, you float them between glass. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I love it. No framing that.
Love the postcards. Thank you. Oh, thanks, William. We really like sending out the postcards. It's like, it's seriously the least we can do. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. And I think John actually has all of these boxes we're opening, all these gifts. So you guys will get postcards indefinitely. So don't move. Or if you do, send us your new address. Yeah, they were just something that I think is, I don't know. Like I said, it's the least we can do. You guys really do make this all possible. I don't know if you guys realize how big of a hand you all have in making this all happen. And then when you guys send things like this, like how can we not? Like, I wish I could do more. I wish I could independently just talk with everybody all of the time. I feel I owe you guys that, but I just try my best to keep up with this channel and to keep up with you guys and to you guys have been so good. I try to be as good as I can back.
Andrea, it says Higgins, which is Caleb's last name. Still debating on changing mine.
What?
I just want to see what you say. I don't know. I don't really feel any type of way about keeping a last name or anything. I don't know.
That all together. That's really awesome.
If I could just pick a last name that I like and then just have that one, that would be cool. Can you do that?
There's some postcards.
Oh, been married 37 years. That's amazing. Happy
Congrats.
anniversary. October 8th. Let's see. Double barrel it. My name. Yeah, I currently have, I never changed my name back to my original name after I got divorced. So I'm still rocking with that name. And if it was my maiden name, I would just keep it because it's fine. I like it, but it's not. So it just feels weird to be rolling around with that name. It doesn't really matter. Nobody cares. And my ex doesn't care. So, oh, wow. The first corn.
No, yeah, these are all from Matt from Springfield. Remember I brought us that map?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, well, if you're watching, man, thank you.
Thank you.
It's really cool.
Corn Palace.
He must have been traveling. We got all the years. We got 1892, 1893, and 1900. I've been to the Corn Palace. Have you?
I don't know what that is. I'm gonna level with you. That's why I was having such a giggle at it. Don't tell me this is another corn.
Wait. What year do we got? We got 1913. Okay, but look at the difference between 1892 and 1913.
Oh, I love it.
They were really trying something new here.
Corn Palace.
No, it's all corn.
I understand. Okay. Here's one. It doesn't have anybody's address on it, so.
Oh, John must have.
Oh, it does. I'm sorry. It's on the back. My bad. Gloucestershire, England, UK. Wow.
Elizabeth got returned December. That's a bummer.
Oh, those are back to us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna open this one from the UK. Gloucestershire.
Well, these I don't know if we should open or not, because these might be more like personal things to us.
Oh, okay, sure.
I don't know how much anybody wants their business out on online.
Yeah. No, for sure.
And again, that's just like I don't want to. I don't want to. You guys do this for me, but I don't want to invade anybody's privacy. Obviously, I will never abuse what we've got going on here. So I just want to. The internet can be a weird place. Let's be real, guys. So I just don't want to put anybody else's information out there.
Julie, don't name your son Henry if you have children. We already have a Henry, the cat, Hank. So
if it's a boy, I really like the name Otto.
Yeah, we like Otto. So don't say it because there is no it currently. There is no it. There's no it. But future, Caleb, what about your dad's last name for you?
Okay, so me and my father have different last names. Mostly because I didn't know him until I was 15. I had a stepfather who raised me. I don't have his last name either. My last name is actually from my step grandfather, if you can believe it, because he adopted my mom. So I have his last name. So my last names either should be Clark, Hawkins, or Kinnaman. Neither of which are my. I ended up with Higgins. So,
Mm.
but my grandfather has helped me tremendously, and I don't think of him as not being my blood. He's my grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a lot of that in my family, actually. My little sister's adopted. So I don't think anything differently of it, and
Yeah.
I'm the only male to take the name. And I wear it with pride. I love my last name, and I'll never change it.
Tony says, if I would have been a boy, I'd be Oscar. Dodge that bullet. I like the name Oscar. Oscar
I like
Otto.
Oscar, too.
Otto Oscar. We can name him the kid. Ooh. OOH. Ooh.
You're gonna name the kid Ooh? Work
The
yourself
initials.
up.
The initials. Ooh.
You need to calm down.
No, what I was saying, because my middle name is Nicole. So I would have been Nicholas if I was a boy. So my middle name is Nicole. His middle name is Ray. So I was like, wouldn't it be cute to name our first kid Nicholas Ray if it's a boy, or Ray Nicole if it's a girl? Like RAE? He doesn't like it though. He doesn't like it. And I'm like, I think both of those are super cute. And honestly, we could name 2 kids. Like if we had a boy and a girl, Nicholas Ray and Ray Nicole, because nobody would ever know. So they wouldn't put it together. And, yeah, people talking about children. Hopefully sometime in, not the too far off distant future. But we like Effie for a girl. I'm not sure of a middle name with that. And Caleb also wants something longer because that seems like a nickname, but it's not. It's an actual name. So
This is from Brenda. I was saying vintage art supplies, so this might be interesting.
yeah,
Oh,
not as.
I
hope
like
it's as cool as that vintage toilet paper we got. That was awesome. That was so cool.
vintage.
I loved that. That was such a shock. I was like, how is there still toilet paper
I think
from back then?
that was a reprint of something, but
I don't think it was. Wow, that smells
super
like
cool.
art class.
Oh, these are Faber.
Wow.
These guys are still around. These are really cool.
Oh,
And yes,
man.
I will use these.
Hold on, you have some?
Well, I mean that's
No.
Again, at the end of the day,
No.
things are meant to be. There's no. I don't. At least not that I'm aware. There's no. I think inherent value
What is
in
this?
older
Soft oil pastels. It looks like the tape's been on there a very long time. So, Effie Ray, yeah. It's, I think that Effie could be short for like Euphemia, but I don't like that name. So
I like Emmeline. She doesn't like it.
I don't like that name. This smells good.
Really cool.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Oh, these sets are like perfect.
Wow.
Made in
How
Japan.
cool are those? Show the people. I think I've got some more pastels here in a tissue.
I also really like the mid-century logos. And
Yeah, more
stuff.
pastels.
Thank you, Brenda.
Yeah, thank you. This is really
So
cool.
this is stuff her father really enjoyed. So this is really cool. No, I mean I think at the end of the day though, what's the best way to honor something
no, I
like
wasn't
that?
saying.
And
I
to make
wasn't
art
saying,
with
oh, to give it that she gave it to us. I was saying, oh, that's sweet that she gave it to us. You know?
No. Like, what's the best way to honor that though? If this is something that somebody else loves, like make art with it. Make something,
Sure. Chalk.
Yep. Or I think they're pastels.
Mm.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah,
These
thank
are
you.
really awesome. However, I want to get them back in that bag. So.
Yeah.
Any more? Reading some questions.
Are you collecting antique Christmas ornaments? Not currently. I don't. It's something that like.
I'm looking into it, but that's one of those things that I think, but because they're small and because they're very collectible, they're just kind of out of our budget and don't make sense to get into yet.
Yeah, because we have to find somewhere to put them. So.
We did have a guy visit us who brought us actually the Newell Post that was in there, who was like an expert on antique and vintage Christmas lights. Like, it's something he knew a lot about. It was crazy to talk to that guy. I think he was saying like the first Christmas lights for Christmas trees ever were from 1903.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, here's what that looks like. He's got a set on them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So he did give us actually some 1930s Christmas lights, and all the bulbs are shaped like Santa and Frosty and grapes
Super
and
cool.
oranges and frogs. It's really cool stuff, but I haven't ever plugged them back in since then. I've put them in a very safe place because I don't want to. I mean, when the bulbs are burnt out, they're done. So I haven't plugged them back in. But they all work. It's really cool, and it's something I am fascinated by. It's just something I haven't with like the state of the house and everything now. It just hasn't been something I've tried to really get into. Sorry, hiccups. Or a single hiccup.
So babynames.com says that Effie is a diminutive form of euphemia. So I also like the name Elsie, but my mom named her RV Elsie. So
You can't name it after an RV.
well, we named the fifth wheel the new RV Snoopy. So
Okay. Wow. Oh, this one's from Kimberly Davis. This is Kim here, right? I think.
Got a Jen Davis. Is there Kim hanging out? Let me see. Yeah, I like the name Marcella, but that's like the Lannister daughter on Game of Thrones, so I just feel like that's kind of like
That will be so
no.
not in favor by the time, or not even culturally relevant at that point in time.
I like the name Marcella, like not the way that it was spelled, like Marcella, MYR, like MAR. So I like spelled it. I knew a really nice old lady. I used to clean her house a long time ago named Marcella. She was really nice. So it's like that name.
This is from Kimberly. Let me see here.
Bubbles.
Okay, I'm gonna let you take that. Obviously, be gentle.
No. Marcia. Named after a mailbox. Kelly, how did you get named after a mailbox?
I was named after a soap opera.
I wasn't named after anything. What you got? That sounded a little clicky.
Yeah, it's metal, whatever it is. I just don't know what it is.
Marisol.
Made in Italy. But I don't know what it is. Maybe a candlestick holder? I got it. We're all good. These are just little decorative vases, guys.
Ooh.
Oh, really cute.
I like that. Very cute.
Okay, this is another set, so there are 4 of those.
Nice.
So we know what that one is, so I'm going to leave that one packaged up. And there are 4 of these, and I imagine they're all the same. So let's not open up more than we have to. That way
Aurora.
I can store them. Ooh, really cute.
Missy, you did what now? You were named after a soap character? Oh my god. What's soap, Missy?
I was named after my father's ex-girlfriend.
Oh no.
It's maybe a little bit rough. If your mom went through with it, though, that's how you know your mom really loved Dad, you know?
It might not have been found out about, you know?
Well.
You never know. Okay, I think that this is another little vase. Oh, I like this wrap. This feels really nice.
Oh. Are these... Well, so somebody correct me. There's a bunch of these little guys, little cut glass. Would this been for like a tea candle?
Oh, yeah, I think it's for a tea light. That's cute. That's really cute. I like those.
So.
Itty bitty. Look at this little itty bitty. So these are just, I don't think you put anything in these. I think these are just to look at, but this is definitely a bud vase.
There's a bunch of these little guys in here.
I love it. I love stuff like that. You're not going to pop? Oh, it's one of those ones where it goes in between all of them. All the ones in the row are connected, so you can't pop them.
Could we get a Bob Ross painting video? You could, but I am not Bob Ross speed-wise. I am slow. It takes me weeks to complete a painting. Even small ones. Because it just takes me a long time doing it before I stop hating the piece. Art for me is always, I hate it until I don't. So, a salt holder.
Salt cellar. Salt containers?
Maybe. Oh, here, put this one back in the bubble wrap, please. So thank you so much, Kimberly. These are really awesome.
No. Okay, for you.
Try to keep the tape off there. I don't know how well that paint's adhered on there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not very big, but they're
No.
also open
Yeah.
on the top.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know how you would get anything necessarily out of there if you put something in it, obviously,
I
other
mean-
than turning it straight over.
I mean, if you put salt in it, it just goes. I don't know, but it's all bulbous at the bottom, so I don't know.
That comes from me just not like I've known or started to know more about
My hair.
oh,
Oh, you're fine. Where did the doggo go? He was like,
they're all
That's a
they're all
very-
hanging out.
that's a very hefty man, and he's very long because he's bassety. So he was just,
They're finally relaxing.
he was all bowled up on my lap. So
They're all trying to figure out why we're hanging out in this corner of the house because this is not somewhere we typically sit.
yeah, no, I sit in my room. Caleb sits in his room. So
Usually she's working on something and I'm working on something. So
oh, individual salt cellars. Oh, the little ones. The little ones.
oh, maybe
Okay, that's cute.
this one's from Lindsay. That's a big
Thanks,
one.
y'all.
Oh, no, these little dudes. Uh-oh, no paper.
Sephora?
No, I think it's just the.
I'm
corner of
joking.
the
I'm
paper.
joking. This is what
Oh, yeah,
Sephora
this
bags
is
look
figure
like.
out.
Yeah, I don't know. Those little crystal guys were like the exact size of a tea light. So I wish I could get Otis up here, but he looks really comfortable right now. He's laying in an upside down bed. So I stacked a couple of beds in here that need to be washed. So I put one upside down, and he's just made himself right at home on it. So
So this is from Lindsay. Says it's a small gift for the wedding.
for the wedding.
Yes.
Uh-oh. I can't rip tissue paper, apparently. There we go. Okay.
There's a lot of tape on this tissue paper though, so don't beat yourself too much up over it.
Oh,
So you just do this.
it was tight. It was too tight. Yours is, I don't know.
Oh, I think these are more for you than myself. Here's something. Is this like? I know nothing about jewelry. They're really, really pretty though.
Yeah, they're really pretty. I gotta go grab the earrings I
But
bought.
this has like space behind it. Doesn't that mean it's?
It's a pin.
Is it? Yeah, but is it? This is. I'm
It's
just making sure this is
it's
something
not
that like
real.
somebody sent us like that's like really, really crazy expensive or something.
No.
Again, because
I
I know
wouldn't say
almost
so.
nothing about any of this stuff.
Yeah.
These were. I mean, these are like very like old looking though. Like you know.
Mhm.
See, Kim's starting to collect things, and when she can help me give tours of the house, she can look very Victorian too.
There we go. I gotta go get the other earrings I had bought because I can't get them into my ears, and it's crazy. Ooh, that's nice. I'll be right back.
Thank you so much, Lindsay.
Yeah,
These
thank
are
you.
really,
Yeah,
really
no,
cool.
those are gorgeous. I don't know if I'm gonna wear this for the wedding. I don't really want to put a hole in my dress. That just, I don't know.
But
Just,
for
you can wear that. That'd
Is
be cute.
it green or is it? I'm colorblind, so
It's an emerald.
it's green. Yeah, okay. It was catching colors weird with the lights. It was looking kind of like a blue hue. Those are really pretty.
Yeah, no, I love these. So I just want to show the earrings I bought. Oh my holy cow! This is so cute.
Yeah, she likes it. I think, Jen.
Yeah. Okay. Where'd the other earring go? Oh, I think I put it in the bottom.
It's right there.
No. The one in here because it wasn't in the dude man, bro.
Oh.
It's in the bottom. Okay. I can get back into my chair. Ooh, sorry, y'all. So yeah, I bought these ones. They're like a gold setting, but in this kind of setting where you don't really see much, it's not that big of a deal. Like you wouldn't be able to tell that this one's gold and this one's silver. But I think that the gauge on this earring on the post is bigger. I think that like a regular
Heisenberg hat.
I think that the gauge on a normal earring post is 20. I feel like this is an 18 gauge because I can't get these into my ear. So I hadn't even thought about it. So I'm really glad that I got these because now I don't have to worry about it getting a different earring. So
This is really pretty. They'll go with
yeah,
your
no,
dress
they're
really well.
beautiful. Yeah, no, and I specifically wanted something to match my engagement ring, so that's why I bought these, and these are perfect. Like, wow.
You could use it as a pin at the top of your shirt. Yeah, I could, or even on the braces or the suspenders.
Oh yeah. See, now this one goes right in. Like literally, it goes right through. The other one will not go through. Won't go through.
Well, there you
So,
go.
Very nice. Wow.
Caleb, how do you do what you do being colorblind? I read labels.
He asks
Um,
me.
Yeah, I do get help occasionally with that stuff, but even as like a painter and stuff like that, I can. So I'm what they call mildly colorblind, or like somewhere in the middle. Like it's not like I see black and white. I see all of the primary colors just fine. It's when you start mixing colors and things get really specific. So, like for instance, when I would paint skin tones, I'd have to really concentrate and look very hard at something to realize if it's more red or yellow in the skin tone and things like that, and make my color mixtures from there. So I think the way I've heard it described is um, if somebody sees a million colors, I see 100,000. I see 10% of the shades that other people do.
That's not good.
Oh, but I can see all the primaries.
Mm.
Like blue purple is kind of weird for me. So like especially in the darker tones of blue or purple, or if anybody mixes them for whatever reason, then I'm lost. I'm like, I don't know. It'd be a guess. Bassity?
Yeah, because I said Max is Bassity.
Oh.
He's long. He's long and low. Bassity.
Do you want those special glasses?
the little funny ones like the guy was wearing that one time.
Like a Monopoly Man?
No, we went to the thing with the little
I don't know. I have no idea. Like a antique bank teller or something?
What?
Or like Monopoly Man with like a monocle.
No, not a monocle, just the little ones. They're like,
Oh, like those kinds of glasses.
yeah, they're like low.
Yeah, it's like a bank teller, like antique like bank teller.
What an antique bank teller
Like the ones that get like robbed in the Wild West and
the
stuff.
colorblind glasses.
Oh,
He
those
has some,
ones.
he has some.
I've used them. They don't, because I am mild. They don't work as well for me as they do for somebody who has like true color blindness. Yeah, it's not even necessarily that I'm colorblind. I just can't see the amount of colors other people do, and I don't know what true color blindness is necessarily, because I can only see what I can see. I can only give things from my perspective, just like you can as well. But yeah, so I can see most color. It's just I can't tell the super minute details, like, oh, that pink has a little bit more red or a little more orange. I could, it's pink.
That's pink. Sorry, I'm like zoned out. Looking at the computer. Is your wedding venue and dress style Victorian or traditional? Well, we don't really have a venue. It's just a yard.
Yeah, the venue is my grandma's house. It's not her house either. It's a yard. So that's why we're getting married in October, because it's very nice out. And so we have some tents that we bought, like those white tents. And we're just gonna put those up and just kind of do everything there. It's where my mom got married. It's a beautiful piece of land. It's got like a slight hill to it, and then my grandpa built a pond down there before I was born. And so it's just a place that's always been very comforting to me. It's where I come from. And of course it's cheap. Like, doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
I have a lot of finances tied up in this house. And neither Kim or I make a lot of money. So we weren't trying to spend a huge amount on a wedding. It's more of a party for friends that just happens to have a wedding component of it.
Yes.
We don't really need anything too terribly extravagant. Kim and I talked quite a bit about it, and
I didn't even want this big of a party, but Caleb,
she would have rather just gone to the courthouse. The whole wedding thing actually is more for my mother than it is for anybody.
Yeah, so there's a lot of family coming. Now we got a lot of friends coming from out of town, so it'll be fun. I might need to take some time away here and there to decompress, but it'll be all right.
Andrew is asking about traffic lights. Yes, I can see the red, yellow, and green. Like that's not a problem. I can see those fine.
Are you legally allowed to get married in someone's house as long as you have an officiant who's like got the right
You should say they have an officiant.
qualifications? Yeah, you can get married anywhere. And in
Yeah,
Colorado,
literally anywhere.
you can actually marry yourself. You don't need an officiant at all. It can just be the two of you. So it's kind of what I would have liked to do, but here we are.
Oh, I took that the wrong way. Like you can just, what were they calling, a self partner or whatever? I'm gonna take myself
No,
down the
you
aisle.
just talk about it and say we're married now.
Keep it simple. That's what we did. That's exactly what I want. I don't want anything. Like I don't want the wedding to have like a playbook. Like I've been to so many of those weddings where it's like these people must wear this, and then at 3:30 we'll be doing this, and at 10 we'll be doing. It's like I don't need to schedule and regiment everything out.
People keep asking me like, "What should I wear?" And I'm like, I literally don't care. Whatever you're comfortable in, wear that. That's fine. I don't care. Talk about what you were wearing right now. Yeah, new merch line.
Oh, you can only get married in. Katie's saying that you can only get married in a building that has a license, but that's England.
I did not know that.
Well, I don't know if it's broadly more UK. I think you said it was England. So, but
let's not get into that.
What?
Talking about UK versus.
Well, I mean they
England
are
versus.
They are different.
No, I know.
Countries, kind of, I guess.
So yeah, we got some new stuff coming. You said that didn't turn out well. I think that this looks great. So.
No, I do. It just kind of has more of an antique, but I think that works with what it is.
Yeah, no, it looks great. So, and then where's that hat?
I think it's back where the other hat.
Come on, man. So yeah, then there's a hat. So they all say Holland Brown Woodworking Machine catalog number 10. St. Louis.
So this is the hoodie that we had up for a while. It's the number 6 catalog. It's the older one. This is probably about 1900, maybe a little bit earlier.
Are we gonna do, pardon me, Second Empire Strikes Back stuff?
Yes. I just somebody else actually took the reins on designing these, but I will be doing some around probably November. That of Second Empire, some other branded stuff that's directly for the channel as well. So I didn't have a moment to really sit down and design things out quite yet. So these are some like more basic things. And these are things also that we don't have to wait months and months to get made. They can get made as is. It does mean that the quality that was on the hoodies will drop a little bit because when you print on demand, it's not screen printing and it doesn't hold up quite as well. But it's the trade-off. I can either have to get 300 units made all at once. I have to make sure I sell 300 of them. And then they can be that quality and then everyone has to wait 3 months to get them.
Yeah.
Or I can do it print on demand. And if we can start getting large enough quantities, then we can go back to screen printing. It's just
and I think that
fine line.
This is much better quality than what we were using.
This company is still pretty high.
Way better. Like, do I have one of my teaspoons?
Well, even the clothing itself, like the shirts themselves, are much more comfortable. And it was always something for me. Like I don't want to put these guys' names on something that is crap. So this stuff's actually pretty good. It's just I'm just differentiating it from the quality of that hoodie because the hoodie was actually really nice.
Yeah, the hoodie's really nice. I'm just trying to see if I have one of those.
Yeah, it's just a photograph. It's not a Victrola. I don't think it's a RCA with the dogs, and I don't know if it's a repro or not.
So this is one of the older shirts. I want this on shirts, but you can see this is the older merch. I don't know if you can see, but it's pretty beat up, and I have not worn this like a lot. I've worn it, probably 10 times. Washed it probably.
The one I had that was in that style came off the day after I wore it.
It's just, but this one I've probably worn this one like 5 times.
No, it's a huge step up.
Like this is like you can feel it on there. This one you can't feel the print on it, if that makes sense. So it has something to peel off. So I'm happy with this new stuff.
Oh, Andrew, that's no concern. Like if you can't do it financially, don't do anything. Like we want you guys. You guys are first. You take care of your own life.
Yeah,
if you have the possibility to do it, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
If you want to,
this is
be
not
repping the
a
merch,
requirement.
Yeah,
it doesn't make you better in our eyes or anything like that. It's just something I wanted to do because I don't like the idea of just straight fundraisers or anything like that. I prefer to, if you guys are going to give us money, you get something and something that I actually like too.
Yeah.
I want merch that doesn't look like merch, essentially.
Yeah. Just gonna do a Jake Paul song. Buy that.
What
merch.
size do the pink hoodies go up to? That's a good question. I think with this company, they're not like the other one where they made us pick 5 sizes and that's it.
That was
Which
so
I don't
annoying.
understand, because if they're custom, what does it matter?
Yeah.
So we tried to find a balance. It's difficult because people are all different shapes and sizes, of course. I do think these ones go up quite big, and I think they don't go down quite small. So I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, especially with the ladies
3X?
merch. Especially with the ladies merch, you know that ladies clothing is always bizarre. So that might not, but I know that the men's clothing will probably go like they're the unisex. You know what I mean? So
Did you have to clean the gramophone horn? If so, how'd you do it? No, not so far. It came like this. But I imagine because this is a brass one, I would probably use Brasso or some other kind of brass polish. And then if you wanted it to not get bad again, I have no idea what this affects sound, but you could lacquer it, and then it wouldn't decay again or patina again. But yeah, Brasso, it's pretty easy. Really fine steel wool or a rag with Brasso. The steel wool's more aggressive, of course, but a rag and some Brasso will do it. If it's really deep, then use triple or quadruple 0 steel wool.
Odie man, do you want to say hello? No, he's very comfortable. Oh.
Well, thanks,
Oh,
Dragonfall. We love you too.
We've already been going for an hour and 36 minutes. These always fly by. Like, they're so fun. It always just flies by, you know?
Yeah, I know. I just rarely ever have the time to do it. But I wanted to make it up to you guys for being a day late. And I know I haven't been able to get as much as I want done in the weeks, like most recently, just because with the amount of things I'm just trying to juggle. And I don't want to cloud the episodes with telling you guys, oh, this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm doing, and that's what I'm doing. It's like, you guys get it. I'm doing things. So, it's just one of those things.
My ears are really...
Have you been checking out on Cooper's on YouTube? They've been putting up more vids. I saw them cleaning a train car the other day.
Ooh, that's right up your alley.
Like graffiti off of it.
Wait. Like, not like an actual...
Yeah, like an actual New Zealand. I've been on that train. Because up there in Auckland.
Ooh, toss me in.
And if I'm not mistaken, one of the guys I was with might have been...
the artist?
Yeah. Not then, obviously. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he went back to New Zealand.
Give me that puffy one.
Puffy one? What do you mean?
The puffy one.
This?
Yeah.
You want to pop it?
No. Is it? Do we already get it?
Yes, we already done that one. That was the your earrings.
Oh, okay.
And the what they came out of. Was it a brooch?
Yeah. Is my dress a secret?
No,
I can get it right now.
I've seen it. Yeah, she can show you guys if you guys would like. Yes, next Saturday is the wedding day, Joyce. So October the 8th.
How are you in here? I forgot how to use my bag. There it is.
No more presents. We do have some cards, and I do need to go back to some of the other ones. I've been actually holding on. We've been kind of gathering up presents for I think about a month. That way I could do it with you guys live, because I think that's the easiest way for me to do it.
Yes, it is.
So she's gonna go.
Oh, it's dark.
Maybe go back there
Yeah,
against that.
It's kind of hard to see.
Oh, it is kind of hard to see.
Really dark.
If I take my phone and illuminate it a bit better, does it help? A little bit.
Okay, so here's the top. My mom liked this belt, so I got it. So yeah, it's like a little V-neck with like ruching, long sleeves, like balloon sleeves, and it's long, and it has a slit. So, but it's not like a high slit. It's like a little bit above my knee. So. Yeah, I really like it. So this belt's really pretty. Let's see if I can bring it up a little closer so you can see the belt.
Yes, we'll be 9th in New Zealand.
So the belt kind of has like a leaf motif on it. I really like it. I didn't like it at first. My mom liked it, and I was like, "Shoot, if you like it, I'll put it on."
Did you show it on your channel already?
Yes. I don't think that I showed the actual dress. I showed a picture of the dress.
Yeah. Yeah, so there are some other things people have sent that I do need to go back through and do another video of, or maybe live stream with you guys again. I do want to say thank you to all you guys who send me stuff, and nobody feel obligated or anything like that. That's not the purpose of anything. But I want to show my gratitude to those who do send things. It's nothing we ever expected again, but thank you guys so much.
Show the dress I got to change into.
They're saying it's absolutely beautiful.
It's a little uncomfortable.
That's your party dress.
Yeah. So this is if I get uncomfortable in it, I got this one. It's like a much more stretchier, kind of similar vibe.
Just in case it's getting a little chilly, you should bring like some tights or something.
Oh, you're right. I will bring some tights, some sweater tights, and then I got. Oh my gosh, I want
Because I'll be walking around like this with like a hoodie on or something.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, let me show.
Are you a contractor for work? No. Although I do plan on, if I can get my workshop up and going, once I'm a bit closer to done with this, building pieces for a storehouse. It's kind of like Eric, the carpenter, is doing my master's roof right now. He does that line of work, and he turns so many people away. So I just want to kind of be an extension of what he is. So making spindles, making moldings, all this stuff. That way I can help bring back my community. So
I got this cardigan at Marshall's a little while ago. I can wear it over it, and it's got like little color specks, and there's dark green on there, so it'll be fun. And I'll be warm, and I'll wear some sweater tights. I'm gonna be happy.
Is Caleb wearing a tux? No, I'm actually wearing this hat, a pair of antique patterned brown pants, suspenders or braces if you're British, and
British.
And like a collared shirt, probably a bow tie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bow tie. I guess I am gonna go shopping.
We're gonna go look for a vest.
I think I'll just go shopping for you.
Okay.
Because you're busy. He's busy this weekend, and like I said, I like my downtime. I wake up and I work noon to 8:30 most days, so I take my downtime on the weekends. And I usually try to go to the grocery store during the week too, but it's like 5 minutes away. But so
I like the hoodie as on. They're talking about your hoodie. Yeah, these are things that are going to be coming out fairly soon.
Yeah.
There's a few other things as well, including the shirt I have on, which is a pocket tee.
We actually
just kind of nice.
Filmed a good bit of.
Yeah, take my phone. So see.
That's a iPhone SE 2020.
I mean, it's a pocket tee. It's normal pocket size.
But yeah, this hoodie I mentioned in the beginning. This hoodie is like thin. It's more like shirt material. So let's see how like. Trying not to show any of my beef, but you can see it's thin, but it's still like sweatshirt material. It's just thinner. So this is the kind of thing that I like to wear in the winter for like as a shirt. I don't know if you've seen like in the older videos, whenever we were working in the winter, I wear a thin hoodie as a shirt a lot. I think I've actually got a bunch of them over here on my rack of clothes. Let me go see.
Yes, okay. We haven't launched it quite yet. It's something we're just getting the website done, and I'm hoping to do smaller increments of more styles and different things, so everybody can feel like they're they can get what they want, or not, of course, like. But okay, so here John's saying on Monday, so then that'll be on Monday because I know he knows more about it than I do. Well, the beard's actually pretty well trimmed up, shaved down here. I'll clean it up once again, probably about a day before.
And you need to get a haircut.
And yes, haircut for sure. I know it's been long, but I wanted to wait until we got closer to the wedding to trim it all up. It's then grow out nice. If I got it done before, it might be a little.
I was thinking about getting my hair cut, and I was like, I think after the wedding, I'm just gonna cut my hair a lot shorter, like not like pixie, but like up here. I might get like a modified Karen cut. I don't care. My hair's so thin. I just want it to be short. I don't know.
Mark's got his Holland Brown hoodie packed up for vacation.
Where you going? Where you going?
I was wearing mine around today, but I have to keep taking it off because I don't want to get it dirty. They're so nice.
Oh man, yeah, I don't have a vacation plan. Me and my mom were gonna go to Destin in November. Why did we cancel that? Oh, because the water's gonna be too cold. Because we had originally planned that for November because I was supposed to be done working because I was working on Let's Make a Deal, and that show finishes up around November. I think it's actually been extended now, but I was supposed to be like getting off of work for a couple of months starting at that time. So we're like, oh, okay, we'll go then so I can actually have some time to do things. Because you don't, if you can, you're like supposed to work on your vacation and just take your time whenever you can. So we were going to try to work it around when I was going to be off. But now I work on The Price is Right. I got moved, so I'll be working through March. So it's like I'm going to be working anyways. The water's going to be cold, so we just canceled it. So no vacations upcoming. 10 days in Paris.
Don't look at me.
I wish I could fly. I wish I could fly.
You got to learn to not be afraid of flights before
Yeah.
you can do that. I'll go with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, have fun in Paris though. Sounds like a great time.
Mhm.
Got my sorry if this already covered. How's the Manta roof going? Slow because my lift is not being as cooperative as I would like. I do need to get back up there. There are definitely some problems, but we're almost done with all the molding. So the woodwork that goes back up there, obviously there's some missing. A lot of it's rotten, so a lot of it's getting replaced with perfect replicas of it. So I have 90% of all of that stuff. I do need to figure out what the soffit boards are made out of, or not made out of, what the width of them are, what the profiles of them are, and how tall and long they are, so that we can go ahead and get all that stuff cut. But we're getting close to that.
Max just scared me. He put his snoot up here and touched my hand, and it was all cold and wet.
What was the coolest new thing you learned during the renovation this month? I don't think there was any big epiphanies this month necessarily. A lot of kind of steady as she goes. I will say, taking in last week's episode, taking the mortise lock apart and putting it all back together and actually figuring out how it worked, how the skeleton key would interact with the deadbolt and stuff like that. I think it was really cool. It was just cool to kind of see the engineering of it all and how they had it laid out to work versus a modern lock. I think it was really nifty. So I had a lot of fun with that particular project. As far as new things learned, I think that's probably about it. That and the machines. I think the machines are so cool.
Okay.
How are the people on that show, Down to Earth? What show?
Probably.
Price is Right. I mean, contestants are just normal people.
Yeah, just normal people. I mean, everybody that works for the company that I work for is great. As far as people that actually work on The Price is Right, because I work for the casting company who finds contestants for The Price is Right and Let's Make a Deal and other reality shows here and there. Everybody's great, except John. Just joking, John. But yeah, I don't know anybody that actually works on The Price is Right. So
yeah, I mean, talk to Kim. She would know about getting you on there. But I think right now for Price is Right, they want people who are
local,
in
3 hours away. Yeah, because it was a lot of issues at the beginning of the filming season, with people saying, "Hey, I'm going to be in LA. I got cast. I'm going to be in LA for these days," and then they wouldn't show up to their taping, and then they would be called and be like, "Oh, well, we decided to go to the zoo today instead, or we decided to go to the beach today instead." So it's because if you're only there for so long, so.
Mark, if you send us a hoodie pic, I want one by the Eiffel Tower. Or actually, better yet, do the Louvre or Notre Dame or something. But really, man, don't worry about that. Enjoy your vacation. It sounds like a blast.
Yeah. Doesn't speed. Do we cast based on their level of exuberance? Yeah. I mean, if somebody's like, "Yeah, I want to be on The Price is Right," they're not going to get cast. If they're like, "Hey, I want to be on The Price is Right," they'll probably get cast. And if they're like, "Oh my God, I'm going to be on The Price is Right," they're probably definitely.
There's normal 3 levels above your normal excitement level is kind of where they want you. But obviously, if you win, you need to have the ability to go a little crazy too. If you win a car, you should be quite excited.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't understand how people aren't excited. Just when I call them, I'm like, they put in an application and I am the first step. And when people are like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" You know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm gonna push you to the next step because you're not totally weird, but you better crank it up,
Craig's asking for a sneak peek of the Manster on Patreon. We can try to get something back up there. I do plan on trying to get up there tomorrow. Depends on if I can coax this one to stick around and not go shopping, or my father to come over and come hang out
tomorrow. Sorry, I was reading. What's that gurgling in the background? I don't know. It's probably a dog being nasty.
It's probably this computer.
Oh, the computer.
The fans kind of being a little messy. So
We should
it's
use
because
my
we've
laptop.
been going on it for so long.
Mhm.
The battery heats up and the fan starts wanting to kick in to
Mhm.
cool it down, and the fan's a little noisy. So I
Mhm.
apologize for that. But yeah, I'll try to get some more stuff up on the Manta. That's kind of what I'm going. Like I said though, it's just been hard juggling the multiple things I've been doing with the wedding, planning all that stuff, trying to get this historical district going. We've had a few tours been thrown in the mix. I had a speaking engagement last night at the library. So it's just trying to, and then of course like grabbing the machines and trying to talk with all you guys. It's just hard to find the balance where I can actually get a good video out and then create the extra content, and it's a lot. So I will try my best, though. I promise. I really do want to, of course, make every. If you guys do want to support me, I want to make it at least worth your time. And so I apologize there hasn't been as much as I would really like over there.
Mhm.
But it's just been hard because of everything that's been going on just at this moment. So. And yes, the machines are really cool. I agree with you. Is public support helping keep this project going, if at all, at least a quarter? As we're an old house, so many are torn down. It's a historical event. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like people have been buying merch and doing things like that, and we have the Patreon, which definitely does help. Like I'm not gonna say it doesn't help;
Mhm.
it does. But I wouldn't say there's been like huge like a public push as far as like a donate or anything like that. But you know, we definitely have got a decent amount of public support, and so we thank you guys all for that.
Mhm. Thank
Um,
you.
but you know, most of it's still coming from us trying to put this thing together.
Mhm.
I throw everything I have at it. So
So Kay said, just enjoy your wedding. That's important.
life will calm down after the wedding. Don't worry about the content. You guys are getting a really cool video that actually my uncle made and edited. He was here shooting photographs while I was working on some of the house, and I think it's cool to look at the house through a different lens, if you will, like
Mhm.
literally. So it's really, you know, I think it's a really well put together video. It's already done actually, so you guys will be getting a cool video next Monday as well. This Monday, you'll get one from me, but
Mhm.
then next Monday you guys will get one from him. So
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
right now I'm taking a building maintenance trade class to inspire me to learn doing plumbing now. Yep, that's awesome. I think every day if you just wake up with the intention of making yourself better in one way, shape, or form, you know, just every day try to get incrementally better at whatever you're doing, then life will be successful for you because it can't not be, right?
I work on getting better at napping.
Yeah, Kim's not I don't know. That's how I wake up. I just want to be better than I was the day before at whatever task I'm doing. But the
I do
classes
that
are
with
awesome.
work. I do that with work. You know?
I don't think you found that one thing yet in your life that makes you want to like really strive for it necessarily, you know?
A senior dog sanctuary.
Well, we gotta get you some land for that first.
Yeah, that's why I'm just chilling, going with the flow. Did you just see that?
Yeah, it's a little piece of paper. Maybe I moved my arm.
I thought we got haunted. Um,
I am in your future. Do you have anything you can play on the RCA? Yes, but they were records that were left here, old I think they're shellac records, and because they've been left in this house and they weren't really cared for, they're so scratched up you can barely hear anything on them. I think we had one or two that kind of worked, and then the spring in the thing is it won't hold enough pressure it to spin it for a full song, so it goes out. So you're just cranking it almost the whole time, and then you're trying to fix the speed up and down, so it sounds like really creepy. So it works, but barely.
Oh, you man, don't you want to say
We'll
hello?
all be thinking of you on your special day. We'll be thank you guys. We'll be.
Come here.
Good night, Jen. And yes, we will definitely enjoy the party. What are you doing to that dog?
He wouldn't let me pick him up, and I wanted him to say hello.
Well, there's Odie for you guys. He's a little burrito.
There you go.
Missy says she's in with the dog sanctuary.
Oh,
Missy,
yeah,
you know you're gonna have to come help, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's your guys' project.
Yes.
And Kelly, yeah, you're right. I am gonna take this week down or this next week down.
Mhm. Yeah, I
I
can't, though.
I got buddies coming in from overseas and
Mm-hmm.
people I haven't seen in 4 or 5 years, even longer.
Yeah.
So it's definitely important to take the time down, and I'm going to. So that's kind of, well, in my mind, like the honeymoon. Like I get to see all these people I haven't seen in a long time, and go to places we don't, I usually don't have the time to go out and hang out in the city, and it's gonna be nice to just do that
Are
and show
you
people who've never been here in my city.
are you setting up the tent on Friday or Saturday?
Thursday, I think. I'm gonna start just in case there's anything wrong. You don't do it directly the day before. You do it the day before.
Okay,
That.
that's fine. Yeah, I have Friday off, so I figure we'll probably spend time with out of town folks, like going to the haunted house with our friends from Kentucky. So, and
Have the
hopefully
Kiwi
you can
arrive
do.
from the wedding? No. Well, actually, I do have Kiwi buddies, but I don't think they're coming up to it.
No.
I think probably the person furthest afield is my buddy from Germany.
Mhm.
Who's a DJ out there in Berlin, and he's gonna actually play our wedding, which is gonna be fun. It's like this little tiny town where we have a German techno DJ out there.
It's not even a town, Caleb.
It is a town.
I mean,
They have a
it
post
has a
office.
name. It has a name,
It has a
but there's
post
no
office. That's the only requirement.
there's no town.
It's a post office, and it has its own fire department.
I'm just saying. I mean, it's not like super country as like y'all are thinking. Like it's pretty close to like normal stuff. You know, like
No,
an
it's
actual town.
just a small place between two cities.
Yeah. So.
Or towns, I guess.
Towns.
Union's like
Yeah, they're
20,000.
medium-sized
Washington's like
towns.
60.
Yeah. Snacks handy at the wedding.
My car's Cynthia.
Oh, don't you worry. Lee, ask Caleb about the snacks that I bought today at Aldi. It was a lot.
No,
I am always ready for a snack. I'm always got
There
a
will
snack
be one.
around. We're gonna be good. We'll probably order pizza earlier in the day.
Do we have any advice for our young people today? I mean, yeah, I guess a few.
There's
I
a
mean,
lot of
it
stuff.
depends on exactly what.
Yeah, like I've got a lot of stuff to give advice on. What am I stuck on?
Doesn't mean any of it's necessarily the right or wrong thing. I think
Mhm.
different people require different things, and
Yeah.
nobody's necessarily like one another. So
Mhm.
my advice is only for people who have similar interests or similar wants or desires out of their life. I will say definitely that you don't have to try to go out and leave. If you're from a small town, you don't have to leave your smaller town to get what you want these days. The world's at our fingertips. If you want to learn something, get out there and learn it. Get out there and do it. There's YouTube, forums, all these things. Go out there and be dedicated to whatever that is. If you want to learn art, then go learn art. If you want to be the best, whatever you want to be, go out there and persevere and work at it every single day. Because if you're not working at what you want every day, I question how much you really want it. So, be passionate. And really enjoy what that is you do, and you will succeed. Be persistent. Nobody's good at anything first time around. Fail often and early, and just enjoy your life. Don't worry so much. The world's full of so much worry these days, and I feel that there's most of it's fairly unnecessary.
Some people can't help it, Caleb.
No, I understand, but overall, worry about the things that you can worry about and you can handle and that are in your sphere of influence,
No, but
and
seriously,
handle those.
don't worry about things that you can't control.
So.
From anxiety, I have to tell myself that a lot. So.
And then wake up every day trying to be the best version of you can.
Mhm.
Incrementally every day, push yourself to be better at whatever it is.
Mhm.
If it's making a pancake and you want to make a better pancake that day, we keep working at it.
Mhm.
So persistence.
I'm hungry.
And don't be stupid with money. Well, I can't say too much about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we were all stupid with money, like literally all of us.
Well, I mean, still am. I'm doing something that's entirely unsustainable for me here. I just throw everything at this.
You would mean it's a house.
But yes, it is an investment, and it will
I
eventually.
mean, we're not using it as an investment.
No, but eventually there will be equity here.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, the neighborhood is improving. Things will be better here.
Mhm.
So, kitchen ideas plans. The second floor or the first floor, main level basement or kitchen will be antique, like 1890s exact, except for the appliances, which will be 1920s. Mostly because I want to use that kitchen.
Mhm.
And cooking with coal or wood is a bit much for me. And also refrigerating with giant ice blocks is a bit much for me.
So you have the GE monitor tops that come around in the 20s, and we have a gas stove, a quick meal that we'll be using in there. So that's how that goes. The basement kitchen, which actually was a kitchen when this house was built as well. There is a slot for smokestack for an exhaust. And we will be using that as a joint kitchen and laundry room. There will be some antique things down there, and I don't plan on changing much of how the room looks necessarily, but it will be a modern kitchen and a modern laundry facility, because that way we don't have to risk, if something goes wrong with the stove that's 100 and something years old, I want to have backup. And we don't want to wash our clothes by hand. So
I just realized you guys have seen everybody but Big Dog.
that's okay. He's fine.
Atlas, come here.
No.
What do you mean he's fine?
He has an entire advertisement in one of the videos dedicated to himself. He's fine. He's laying down. He's enjoying life.
Okay. I mean, I know that they know what the animals look like. I just want them all to say hello. God, you really look like the Babadook when you lean forward like that, dude.
You've watched too many horror movies. That's why she thinks she's seen ghosts.
Oh, I have a question. Does this come in other colors?
Not right now. I believe it's only pink.
Light pink, beigey pink. It's more beige on camera than it is in person. It's definitely just like
No,
a
it's
very
a little
light
bit more
pink.
pink.
It's very it's pinker than
It's
this.
more saturated in
Yeah.
person.
He's a 6 or 7 year old laptop, so he's trying his best.
Yeah, Brian. Yeah, that's how he learned how to do guitar. I mean, that's how you learn anything, right? Also, if you want to do something with a house, I highly suggest taking art seriously, because it's the gateway to knowing all of this: carpentry, plumbing. All of it's actually art, and it's all puzzle solving. So if you can figure out those things, they all correlate to one another. Are the animals in the wedding?
Yeah,
I mean, they're at the wedding.
Yeah, they'll be there. I think I don't know. I'm supposed to have a wagon and put Max and Otis in it. What?
Dr. Rotwang.
Oh,
Kim,
yeah.
every time you call Atlas, my dog, also Atlas, comes over and looks at the TV.
No.
Hello,
that's so
Atlas.
cute.
I'm sure you're a good boy.
Okay, so I'm looking and I was like, I think that this color is millennial pink, and I'm seeing a couple of different options as far as like saturation. You guys can't see that, but this one's darker, but like it's in that color family of like millennial pink. So.
And you put a good quote up there. Success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But Churchill was a bit more eloquent than I am.
Oh, we have soup. I forgot I made soup.
Antique pink? I don't
know what antique pink is.
what that would necessarily be. It is definitely a more faint pink.
Oh man,
It's not bubblegum pink.
I still gotta go to the old house. Let's take a shower. Antique.
Thanks, Preston. The
I don't
house
know,
has
but
definitely
also
changed a lot.
Antique pink apparently is very different as well. So, what's the true definition of that color? I don't know.
Would be the ultimate dream purchase for the house. Well, for me, it would be my original mantles back. If I could ever find them, the money I would spend that I don't have, by the way. That would be something, if it was like a limited time, that I would actually ask the community, like, look, I can't not have these. They have to come back. I'll figure out a way to get you guys the money back, but please just help me get them so I can put them back. I think other than that, yeah, I don't know. I mean, things kind of seem like we find small pieces kind of all the time. And I've been so wrapped up, I think, in what the house needs from a purely structural standpoint, decorative and structure as well. So all the beauty of the woodwork and things like shutters and windows and stuff like that, that I really haven't thought much about furniture. I would definitely like to, have like the decks and stuff back, but I've been thinking way more the actual building itself and less about furniture. So I don't know. It's kind of a hard question. I haven't thought too much into it.
Well, that was a cute face. I was just making scratch on my upper
It's like a
lip.
1940s powder pink. Yeah, probably
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Do they have anything on there?
They do. I didn't think they did either. But it's actually on. So Charles's second oldest son. Yeah, second oldest son. Alfred is actually the only one who came away with children. Well, Lily did as well, but I haven't really found much about that side of the family. Um, and they don't obviously carry the Brown name. Neither do Alfred's family. But there are a few family members around. Actually, I think a decent amount, and they do actually have some of his personal belongings, which is pretty cool. And when we talk to them, at least that side of the family, they don't remember this house. They remember his second house that he built, the one he died in, which is in Huntley.
Very
So-
expensive area. Probably the most expensive area in St. Louis, like Greater St. Louis.
So they we've been able to share a lot of information they didn't know either, which I think is kind of cool to share information they didn't know about their own relative. Which is cool.
Doesn't speak. I do not agree. It makes me mad to think about where those mantles are.
It's definitely a curious question. We're pretty sure that somebody from the gas company, a worker, is the one who actually took them out of here. Now, of course, this is all secondhand information. I can't prove a thing. But the guy who gave us back our tiles, one of those really early videos we made when we got those tiles back, which is still one of the most amazing things. They were. He said that he bought them off a guy who worked for the gas company. Luckily, him being a conscientious collector, when he bought them, he asked them where they were from. So he was able to get the address of where they were from. And that's how we got them back. Of course, if there's an 8-year separation between him buying them and him talking to me about them. So he just got really lucky. He actually had them mounted. He had a bunch of tiles like that mounted in his kitchen on his walls. So the lady lying down, that was over his kitchen. He was showing me them there. Really amazing. And then the fact that he would want to give them back to me for the price he paid for them, I think is pretty amazing. Because they're worth more now.
Yeah. And we do have mantles. We have in one in the dining room, one in...
Yeah, there are 4
the
remaining
library,
mantles.
and then one in each of the primary bedrooms. So 4.
Yeah, they're 4. They're all stone.
Yeah.
And the woods down here would have been wood.
You
Which
can
is
even
opposite.
see the outline on the wall of where they were. So.
Yeah, and supposedly the 2 in the parlor and the drawing room, I believe, is what the second parlor would be called. At least I think. They were both identical, supposedly, but they must have been slightly off in size because the front parlor, it's a little bit wider by about 1.5 inches versus the back. Specifically, we do have mantles, but simply put, I'm trying, and I know some of the people who do have photos of the mantles, they're just in storage and they're waiting to get to them. So we're going to have the mantles here remade because as much as I like the idea of salvage mantles, and if Mr. Brown had been anything other than a woodworking machinist, like if he had built, I don't know, if he'd done groceries or a construction contractor or I don't know, was in the farming industry or whatever. If he was any other kind of industrialist other than a woodworker, then the mantles wouldn't matter as much to me. I could use salvaged anything. But because this was Mr. Brown's house, when he had people come to his house, he wanted to show off what his machines could do. So it's important for these mantles here to either be the originals or be replicas of the originals. I think that's really, really important because most houses of this era, the stone mantles would have been up front. They're more expensive, they're harder to make, and therefore you put your best foot forward. They always start that way. So, what are you doing?
I just did you dirty.
You've done it like 3 or 4 times now. You just haven't realized yet.
What, taking your hat?
Yeah.
Well, it's really messed up looking now.
So my hair is all lying flat. So, the fact that it's reversed as far as the nicer mantles being further back in the house means that he wanted to show off what his machines could do. So I think it's very important. I bet these would have been pretty impressive. Of course, I don't have any idea what they look like, but I bet they would have been very impressive. So once I do have the photos of them, I will have to find a craftsman, probably Eric, to help me build these mantles back here and Sherry. So I don't know. I think it's really important that these get back here because of who he was.
All right. I'm very hungry.
Okay.
Let's wrap it up.
All right. So thank you guys, as always, for
Thank
being
you.
here with us. I still find it amazing that so many of you guys show up to these amazing things. And so here's to you guys for being just the absolute best audience ever. We appreciate you guys so very much, and we thank you guys for following this journey and all the work that we do here. It's just really cool to have people following along and answering questions and sending us amazing things and giving us advice, and we just love it. So we love you guys so very much. Thank you guys all so much for being here tonight, and yeah, I'll see you guys all again Monday. Take care, guys.
Bye. Appreciate you being here.